What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OG GM, coming to you live on a lovely, gorgeous 21st day of June in the year of our Lord Hello Kitty 2023. It is the first day of summer. It is the solstice, the longest day of the year, according to science. And if you're wondering what we're talking about right now, it's this. This Saturday is free RPG day. If you are lucky enough to actually have a store where you live that supports this event. This event happens every year. It's been going around for a while now. It's not as big as a free comic book day because it's collectively way more expensive for a store to do free RPG day than it is for a store to do free comic book day. But some stores still do it. So let's take a look what stuff is available for free RPG day this year. And if you want to know if there's a store near you that is supporting free RPG day, you can just go here and enter your city name. So we know where I live, Ventura, California. And then I'll look up and see what near me. And the nearest to where I live is Burbank. Burbank. That is the nearest to where I live. So here's me. Here's the nearest one. West Hills. Okay, West Hills is a little bit closer than Burbank, but it's still like an hour drive. How is it that I here live within a 20-minute drive of 6 role-playing game stores, none of which. But to give them a little tip of okay, I get it. Free RPG day is very expensive. All right, so what could I get as a retailer to give to my friends? And what could you get if you came to my store? So these are all the companies that are doing free RPG day this year. Pretty decent. We know these guys. We know these guys. Don't know these guys. We know these guys. Don't know these guys. Don't know these guys. Definitely know these guys. We know these guys. These guys we know and we're angry at. These guys, name sounds familiar. Nope. Definitely know those guys. Never heard of them. 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 Heard of them. Don't know what that is. Heard of them. Heard of them. And heard of them. So these are all, pretty good selection. Let's see. And that should give us a list somewhere of everything you would get. But now I guess we got to look at this one. So Paizo's giving us 2 things, a Pathfinder adventure and a Starfinder adventure. WizKids is giving us the Dungeons & Dragons Onslaught 4-player co-op scenario kit. What is Dungeons & Dragons Onslaught? Is that the new miniature game? If you spend the maximum amount, you will also receive a D&D promo paint kit, but that one is for like the largest amount. Lake battle maps. I gotta guess you're gonna get us an adventure. Goodman Games. You're going to give us an adventure for DCC. Q Workshop, dice. Look at it. 3 units included in the kit. You get 3 sets of dice for the kit. And how much is the kit going to cost me as a retailer? $449 per kit. So for $449, I would get 3 dice. This one comes with 3 kits, so 9 dice to give away. So 9 people would be able to get dice in my store, and that's sold out. The normal kit is $170, so that gets you 3 dice. I would get 3 6-sided dice to divide amongst 20 people. Yeah, see, it's not cost effective, which is sad, because I know there's stores that have always wanted to do it, but when we've talked about it, Seth's did it once, and it killed him financially. It's not feasible. God love you, stores, if you can afford to do this. But, another adventure. Like Mephidius is giving us an Operation Cthulhu adventure. Get 2. And a coloring book. Yeah, coloring book's awesome, but I get 2 coloring books. Okay. Magpie Games giving us some stuff for the Root role-playing game. Apparently there's an Avatar role-playing game. Well, I guess there was. And some dice. So you get 12 dice from them, 12 copies of this, and 12 copies of that. First 12 people. Renegade gives us some stuff for G.I. Joe and some stuff for Vampire. Who has come on? Don't know, but they've got some stuff for Zombicide. Zombicide is a board game, unless they're coming out with a Zombicide role-playing game. But sure, you get some scenarios for the Zombicide board game. 9th level games, what are you giving us? You're giving us the level 1 indie RPG anthology and the May's fantasy role-playing introductory module. 0 prep introduction to fantasy role-playing, but only 3 kits. So for Free League, what are you giving me? Ooh, the quick start for Dragonbane. Isn't that free? These guys are giving me something called Critical Foundation. It's a supplement to a board game. These guys, dice. Smirk and Dagger is giving us some stuff for the Adventure Party role-playing games. Like for $160, I get 2 of these. 2 of these. The first 2 people in my store would get these. Yeah, it's not worth it to a store owner. $170, and I'm getting 2 things, 3 things. Even if 10 people show up, if I'm a small little corner of nowhere tabletop role-playing game store, guaranteed, since it's a Saturday, at least 10 people will show up because magic. I still don't get enough stuff for those 10 people. Oh, here's your dice, Bill. Here's your dice, Susan. Here's your dice, Quan. Oh, I'm out. Here's your introductory module to a game you'll probably never play, Benjamin. Here's your introduction to a role-playing game you'll never play, Stephanie. Here's your introduction to your role-playing game you'll never play, Ray. Here's your... Oh, no, I'm out. Oh, sorry, you got here an hour late. I'm out. All the free stuff, I'm out. I think I have some of the posters left. Yeah, it's God love any store that is doing it, but I just don't see how this works anymore. It's just not worth it. Other than a great way to maybe get people in who've never played before. But of those people who've never played before, the only names they would recognize are Wizards of the Coast, Paizo, and maybe 1 or 2 of the other ones. And then of the ones that, are the most likely to get people to go, yes, I want that, I get 12 of these and 12 of these. So the first 12 people would get one of these things if they were interested in it. I guess you're counting on people only wanting specific things. And of course, the first ones are going to show up. They're going to want the good stuff. They're going to want the figures and the dice. And then once those are gone, well, everybody else is screwed unless you've got a huge box of random dice laying around to give to everybody else and a huge box of random figures to give away. And then, you only got like 6 copies of the module. So if you are lucky enough to have a game store somewhere where you live, check if they're supporting it. The link is down below. You just enter the name of your city and it'll show you everything within a, hour drive, 2-hour drive from where you live to see if they're carrying it. And then you call them and you go, all right, are you going to do it? Do you have it? And they're going to go, yeah. And you're going to go, if you're lucky, they got 1 pack. So you got to be there like at opening to maybe get 1 thing from that list that you wanted. Is it worth it? It should be. It should be. But it shows the lack of faith the gaming companies have in friendly local game stores and in gamers to charge a friendly local game store so much money and to receive so little product that the only way is to buy more of the starter packs. And, then you're cutting into your overhead on the day, and you're hoping that enough people come in to justify buying more than one starter pack and pick up all the free things. And even after that, you're hoping that since they've picked up all the free things, they might buy something in the store. Unlike Free Comic Book Day, where you get, tons of free crap. And somebody comes in with their kid and you're like, yeah, Free Comic Book Day. And then their kid goes, oh, Daddy, Spider-Man. And then you're like, end up buying a Spider-Man graphic novel for your kid. In addition, at least the store's making some profit, or at least breaking even, because they support Free Comic Book Day way more than they support this. So I just feel like I'm bagging on this. I feel like I'm just talking crap about it. Longshot. Hi, Longshot. Hopefully you like, shared, and subscribed. Like I said, there's a link down below. Just enter the name of your town, and it could find one within driving distance, depending upon where you live. And then if you're lucky enough, one of those is actually carrying it. And then if you're lucky enough, you get there early enough to pick up one of the things that you actually want. Yeah, I feel like I'm just pooping on this, and I really don't want to, because I love the idea, and it's a great way to get, quick start things into people's hands. But it's just not cost effective for a friendly local game store. And a friendly local game store is not going to make the kind of money, which just reinforces their belief that gaming doesn't make them money. So then they're not going to carry gaming stuff, because gaming doesn't make them money, but comic books and magic does. And if if I want to support the hobby, and if I want to get people in and interested in new games, and games other than just 5e, which was also really fucking expensive for game stores to carry, and it's not cost effective for them to carry 5e either, then we got to make this stuff cheaper. And you got to make it, the way the use this to get them in, and then use that to encourage them to make the purchases, so it's worth it to us, which, Free Comic Book Day is always a success. Stores always see bare minimum or profit from Free Comic Book Day, because Free Comic Book Day appeals to a much wider audience, and especially it appeals to kids. And then you come in with your kid on a Saturday and grab a stack of Free Comic Book Days, and then that kid goes, Daddy, Mommy, buy me X. And the store is like, yes, I just sold a $50 graphic novel. Bam. If that mentality also worked for free RPG Day, it would be way more successful. So I would really want this to be more successful. There's got to be a way to make those quick start rule sets easily accessible enough that when I order the $200 box, I get enough quick starters of the games that people might be interested in, that would perpetuate larger amounts of sales. Boy, I went off on a tangent, didn't I? Well, anyways, it's this Saturday. There's a link down below. Like I said, just enter the name of your town or your zip code, and it'll use the magic of interweb to find stores near you, and then call ahead to see if they're doing it, and then get there earlier enough to pick up the stuff. I'm the OG GM. If you appreciate the nonsense that's coming out of my mouth and you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, take a moment to hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing. It helps me immensely. Help me hit 2,000 subs by the end of 2023, and we'll do something crazy. Till then, enjoy this lovely spring morning and get off my land.